Welcome back everybody to my channel. Hi, I'm Rizbut the Blade, your personal mining guru, and today we have again something special for you guys. And what that is that if you guys remember in my last video, which was basically the first video now in New Year, I said that it's a saying that how your year is gonna start, it's gonna be through the whole year. So this, slowly it starts to be true. I found again Quantanium rock, which was again 53 tons, but it was having much higher percentage, which in last rock was 36%, and in this one was 43% of Quantanium. But this new rock was having much less inert materials, which means that it's gonna have much higher resistance, and this is not good. So basically this type of rock you're not supposed to be able to crack alone, but I found a way, and this was basically on the border of all resources what is concerned equipment, when I managed to break it. And I'm gonna explain what that means. Let's show you the rock, and before we do that, I just wanna invite you all guys who are watching my videos and you find these all videos interesting and informative to join us in my Discord. If you're really into mining and you're doing mining a lot, or if you're somebody who just start to play Star Citizen and really want to try mining and learn everything about it. Like that, we can create, really big mining parties and go all together to mine on some planets or moons. And this is like very beneficial, so we can help each other out, most can, help prospectors to crack a little bit bigger rocks, so prospectors can collect, or guys can find some bigger rocks for guys who playing with moles to crack that rocks. So it's very beneficial for everybody. So I hope a lot of you gonna join so we can have more fun and we can help each other out. Let's show you now this capital rock for solo mining in mole, and let's see how I managed to break it. So this is our rock. It's 53 tons, 43% of Quantanium, 45% aluminum, and the rest is inert, which is very small amount. And normally now we need to equip the mole again with the highest power and highest resistance reduction output, and that means that we need to put on our Helix 2 laser Riger C3, Search and Stampede, and on the rock we need to put Sabir Gadget. This is gonna give us the highest power output that you can get and the highest resistance drop. So this is what we need, and then normally we need to put mole on the perfect optimal distance from the rock, which is for Helix laser 30 meters or less. And with all that, we're gonna try to push the bar up. So here I'm putting the Sabir Gadget on, and I'm gonna do it relatively quickly. Sometimes it takes time, to put all the bars, sometimes it's instantly, right? And I can just activate. And now we're gonna try if we can even push the bar up. So now I'm, using just the laser, and now I'm gonna turn on this active module, Search and Stampede, and you're gonna see that I'm not gonna even be able to, have the slightest increase in the charge level for power. I landed, as you see, on the floor, so the wind is not gonna push my ship, but now I cannot try to see if something I could have maybe in upper part of the rock. Here we don't have anything, so I'm gonna reposition the ship, and I'm gonna try examine the rock from upper side to see if it's like some hole and some like crevice or some like small crack where the rock can be more unstable, because this is only what can help us to push the bar up. Now it's all set up to see it from above, and now we're gonna try again. And now I try and examine this all like cracks to see where I could possibly get some push where the bar is gonna start to go up, and you can see it here, it's working, but this is not enough. So we need to basically find the perfect place where the rock is gonna have the biggest instability Because you know, rogues doesn't have sweet spots for power. They just have sweet spots where it's the biggest instability on the rock, and this is only what it can help you to push that bar up, but it needs to be fast enough. When the rocks is now start to heating up, you're gonna see the lines where exactly the rock is gonna crack, and these lines are usually also in the most cases the most unstable positions on the rock, where bar is gonna keep, you know, jumping faster. But that doesn't mean that this is gonna be actually the best place where you should put it, right? You really need to examine the rock and try searching that, you know, perfect position. And now I'm starting noticing that this position is gonna be the best around this actual middle part of the rock, where is the crack, and a little bit above that. And you can see here that, you know, the bar is going up, and this is where around is gonna be our sweet spot. But now we have another problem, and that is that we need to set up ship somehow to look towards middle of the rock, but to be on the ground. I already set up everything again, new modules, active modules on the ship, and now you're gonna see what I'm doing now. So now I'm trying to like anchor the ship on the ground with the back part without landing gear, because if you put landing gear and you touch the ground, it's gonna level the ship and push it down to the floor, right? So it needs to be without landing gear, and now I'm just pointing the back side to the ground, and we have like little rocks, you know, very like low height rocks on the each side, so it's gonna be pretty stable here if, you know, wind starts to messing up. Everything is now prepared, and as you see, I'm still looking on these like cracks to see where maybe I should put exactly the laser, and it's time to open this rock finally. So let's try it. So now I'm pointing exactly here in the middle, and I'm gonna start to use active modules, and I'm gonna try to still, you know, slowly going left, right, up, down, to try to find the spot where the bar is actually gonna give me faster push and higher push up, right? So you need to understand this is very dangerous, because if that was a little bit smaller rock, I would have like too much power and too much jumping, and this could push to the red, right? But on this rock, which is basically the top size that you can do with mining solo in the mall, we barely have enough power, so it's pretty safe like that. And now here up, I'm trying to push the laser more higher, and I'm seeing here that this is basically the best spot where it's gonna keep rising the bar. And I'm gonna stay here around this spot, and now it's one more problem. This green zone is very tiny, right? And you have these active modules which they last only like 6-7 pushes, you know, and then they're gonna completely fell off. So when I reach now the green zone, I'm gonna have only one more usage of the surge module, right? Now it's shutting on 0, and now it's just one more. If I'd failed here, I could not break the rock, so I need to, like, you know, overheat it a little bit to keep it, you know, in the highest that I can possibly be, so when I turn it off, it's gonna stay now in green and break the rock. And you could see actually the shadow now of the module, he fell off of the mining head. So this is how we actually managed to break it and take this rock home. And now normally it's time for dissecting the rock more and filling up our ship. Now the most important and the most difficult part is behind us, but you know, you always can have problems, you know, like wind, like game, you know, hopping your ship up and down, and all these kinds of different stupidities happening with this game. But when you get experience slowly through time, you know, then you're gonna be able to hold these bars in the very tiny windows But if you don't want to risk it, you can always help yourself with gadgets more, right? Especially like with wave shift gadget or against Sabir, because they're both giving Sabir is giving 50% bigger window, wave shift is giving 100% bigger window, right? And wave shift is also reducing instability, right? So this is very beneficial if you really need to put gadget also on the second parts. I'm now cracking all these parts with steel helix, and here on the left, full left side, it's the biggest part. It's like 14 tons. So on that part, I'm gonna actually put also Sabir gadget, and then I'm gonna break it with hosted laser, where I'm gonna have one focus 3 and stampede module, right? And this is then pretty safe to do it. And green zone was bigger than here, but still not extremely big, because you know, the more pure Quantanium part you have and the bigger it is the smaller green zone. This is how it works. And now here you can see the, you know, ship is going up and going down again. So this is, you know, server performance, and I cannot do anything about it. I can just hope that it's not gonna exactly start to happening when I'm gonna be on the end of the breaking of the part, right? But I still a little bit overheat this one here. I was thinking I'm gonna push it a little bit more just to break it, so it's not gonna start to hope, right? We are now on the host fed laser, and now I'm exchanging, you know, one focus module for stampede, because I'm gonna use this laser for breaking that biggest part, so it's gonna be much safer. And now I'm still breaking one more part before that biggest part, and you see this one doesn't have such a big percentage, but I think I'm gonna manage to basically collect everything again. And now we're going down, and you see this big piece here in front of me now. This thing is 14 tons, and it's the best part. But if this thing fell on me, I'm dead, and I'm not gonna deliver anything, right? But I need to put this Sabir on, and I'm gonna set it up pretty quickly here, you know, even if the rock is, you know, moving and vibrating. But I managed to do it pretty quickly this time, and it was not like last time where it takes eternity to push this bar correctly, right? But this one was going really good. And now we're back in the ship, and now we're gonna break this big part. So as you see, with only power it doesn't go still, so now I need to use stampede, and now this pushing is pretty safe. It lowers instability because of stampede, and it's, you know, at least one time bigger green zone, right, than it would be like without the Sabir gadget. And again, I have these difficulties where my ship is going up because of server performance, but I managed to break it, so it was all fine. And now it's time for collecting, right? So again, right, we are scanning everything and looking for the best pieces, and it's a lot of them, you know, completely pure 100% or almost pure. And yeah, this is gonna be again over 1 million in Quantanium. So this is how much this rocks gives you, and that's why, you know, I was, you know, trying to break it, because, you know, I was thinking that I need to bring that rock home. This is the top game, you know, top rock for hunting, and that's a extremely good example to show, you know, how to break this thing, how to dissect it, you know, what stuff to use, and to show actually that this is almost impossible to do it. Like, you know, when it says impossible on your right side, most of the time we can always do it, but this one was basically almost impossible. But because of that instability push, you can help yourself in many situations. But like if this rock was like 60 tons with same percentages, I don't think I could do it, you know, even with that, because the bar would going too much slow up. And you need to remember, when you have smaller rocks, where you have enough power. Don't move your laser around the rock, because it's gonna be start to happening these jumps, which can in many times can lead to completely jump full in red. It depends how the rock is big, and because of that this is not recommended to do. So when you're mining and you have actually good enough power and you know that it's gonna be broken without any problem, just put your laser in one spot and do not move it, because it really has some places on the rock which are abnormal, more unstable, if you want to say it like that, right? So if you want to be on the safe side, just point it on the one place and slowly, you know, rise the bar, so you have that security and you have control over the rising the bar in actual green zone, right? And normally when you're there, then you need to be very fine adjustments to go up and down. And you see here, guys, we collect everything now. The ship is full, and it's again 60 SU of Quantanium. 60. So it's basically like we have in our last video, you know, and this is not what you can see often in the game, that somebody is delivering that from one rock. And normally the reason was because it was connected with aluminum, so densities plays the biggest role. We're back in the refinery, and I'm gonna show you again how much that could be if you're selling directly. So first we're going here on the ore sales, so that's for direct selling. That's always up to you what you wanna choose, you know, if you really need money immediately, if you're broke, to sell directly, or if you wanna refine it so you're gonna get more, right? So we're selecting here mall, and as you see again, it's 752k for direct selling. But now here on the refining console, you see that it's already all empty, blank, because I delivered my Quantanium and it was like around 5 million, all solo mining. But now here we're selecting our order, we're selecting dynamic solidation for method of refining, and you see it's gonna cost me 43, almost 44k, and it's gonna take almost 100 hours. So yeah, this is how much it takes. And we're getting out 52 SU from 60, so you're losing 8 SU of Quantanium if you're doing refinement. And with all that, we could get around 1.1 million if we refine this. This is all for this run, guys, and I hope you can also like learn something from this and take notes. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments below, or you can always ask me when I'm live on my Twitch channel, where I'm basically almost everyday live, so it's no problem to answer any type of questions if you're interested into mining or salvaging on any other aspect of the game. And like I said before, you can join our Discord and play with us and have fun and learn a lot of stuff, and we can always help you out with our services if it's needed. And normally, if you find this whole video enjoyable and very informative, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.